Hi, you guys. Yup, it's that time of day again. Magic and Science with Grandpa. And today it's going to be science, and even more importantly, it's going to be math related to science and to nature. Grandpa's going to talk to you today about what's called a series, which means a bunch of numbers that are related to each other. Because as you know, Grandpa studied math in college, and it's called a Fibonacci series. Fib, like you're telling a lie. And what the Fibonacci is you take a number. We're going to start with 1, and actually it's going to start with 0, but 1 is the first number, so you add the 1 and the 0 to get the next number, which is 1. Then you take the 1, you add each number to the one before it to get the next one. So 1 and 1 is 2, 2 and 1 is 3, 3 and 2 is 5, and pretty soon those numbers get really big. This is such a famous list of numbers in a series that it's even a day named after it, called Fibonacci Day, which is November 23rd. And you know why they picked that particular day? Because if you write that out, November is the 11th month, and the 23rd, you've got 1123. Those are the first numbers in the Fibonacci series. So what Grandpa decided to do was to take those numbers and to graph them and see if we can make a picture from those numbers. So I took 1, the first one, and put a little one box that's 1 by 1. Then the next one is 2. So I've got a box that has got 2 on one side, which is the 1 and 1. And I kept doing, the next one is 3. So I've got the next box is 3 across. And I did that for a whole bunch of the numbers in the Fibonacci series and graphed them out as little boxes in different colors. And you can see that, I think. I then took a marker and started with the corner of one of the boxes and then went to the corners of each of those boxes and draw them out. And look, it starts to form a curve. And if I draw it all the way out, look at that. You've seen that curve before, haven't you? Yeah, when you come and visit Grandma and Grandpa, we've got those 2 shells. This is called a nautilus shell. This is the ones that we have in the house. We have the one that's a fossil and the one that's the real one. If you were to cut it right down the middle, guess what you'd see inside? You'd see a graph of the Fibonacci series. And we see these in all kinds of nature. If you look at the center of a sunflower, that's got it. If you look real closely, you look at a pine cone, you even look at certain things, broccoli. And that number, if you take one number in that series as you go farther along and compare it to the next number as a ratio, you find that that number is pretty constant. It's a little over 1.5. It's 1.618, and that's called the golden ratio. You may have heard about that because some people have seen that as kind of a perfect ratio in nature and in architecture and things like that. In fact, it's even got a special name, which is called phi, which is another Greek letter. But anyway, I thought I'd point it out. And when you go around and look around, see if you can see things in nature that look like a Fibonacci graph and Fibonacci art. And remember, science, and with science, what's the most important tool to understand science? Math. And it can be fun, in spite of what some people might think. And remember, I love you. And tomorrow, magic or science, I don't even know yet. Because remember, I love you, Monroe. And I love you, Marcus. And I love you, Hugo. And when you come and visit, we'll show you those Fibonacci nautilus shells. Bye-bye, love you.